Hello everyone, I am Game Walkthroughs 22 and it is finally time for the review that I've been waiting for. It is finally time to review the Figma Yugi. You guys have seen that I did an unpackaging and an unboxing for this guy, so now it's finally time for the review. Let's finish this up. So yeah, this guy is awesome. So we're going to be covering a few different topics. Obviously, you guys have already seen the box. If you haven't seen the unboxing and unpackaging, I'll put that in the link in the description below, or I will put an annotation if I can remember how to do annotations, or even if you're still able to do them. I'm sure you're still able to do them. I just don't remember how to do it. So most likely it'll be in a link. It'll be in the link in the description below, so you guys can check those out. But yeah, so the topics we'll be covering is sculpt articulation, accessories. Wait, sculpt articulation, accessories. Sculpt, articulation, accessories, pros and cons, and warnings. There we go. Okay. So, starting off with the sculpt, he just looks amazing. I mean, I don't know if I really even have to... Yeah, I'll bring him forward so you guys can see him better. I apologize about the lighting down here. The lighting in my basement always sucks, so I'm trying to work on that. Get better lighting, but yeah, here is... Oh, sorry about that. Okay, I apologize about that. That was my alarm on my phone. I forgot that I had it set because I was waiting for my camera to charge. But anyway, so yeah, so the sculpt, I mean, he just looks amazing. He looks right out of the show. I mean, I really don't think that Max Factory could have done a better job with him. I mean, he just looks amazing. Waited a long time to get this figure, and I finally have him now. I already explained about my story with Amazon in the unpackaging. I think also the unboxing video as well. So if you want to hear about that, you can check out either of those. And yeah, he looks great. I really don't know what else to say about him. Paint job's really good. There's really not much else I can say about the sculpt and the paint job. I mean, it just looks flawless. It's just, God, they got nice details. Like you have the creases in his shirt, and you have like the creases, or like the wrinkledness in his pants, and just I mean, the face looks really good, and you know, the shoes are very nicely detailed, and I already showed you guys the back. The belt looks really nice. The belt buckle I really like, and then we have the like his wristbands, or his, like, I don't know, his like his chains or whatever. Like these spikes, they look really nice. Yeah, just a very nice sculpt and paint job. Very happy with this. Alright, so moving on to articulation. So articulation, this guy, he's got some really good articulation. So he can look up and down. The head is on a ball joint, and his head can go 360 degrees all the way around. And he can kind of tilt from side to side. And then the arms can go out this much on both sides, and he's got his elbows bend, and his wrists can twist, and his hands are on a ball joint, so you can get some nice, like, swinging hand / wrist action. And but yeah, about the arms. So the arms, so this arm goes out about this much, but the other arm, I can't get it to really go out that far. I mean, I guess I could, but I'm worried about it breaking. But yeah, you can do that. Okay, so you can move them out to the sides all the way. You just have to just be careful, because this thing could break if you're not careful. And he's got a waist articulation. It's also on a ball joint, so this can go like up and down. And yeah, he's got a waist swivel, and the legs can kick out that much, and they can go back like that. And he's got nice knee articulation. And in terms of the ankles, so this is a little bit interesting. So with the ankles, come on, focus. So the ankles can like move up and down like this. They can also like twist. I'm not sure they can go 360. Probably not. I wouldn't risk it. And same thing with for some reason this one moves better than the other one. This one seems kind of stiff. I don't really want to force it because I don't want him to break. But yeah, overall really nice articulation. So you can get some really nice poses with him. Be definitely doing. This is one figure I'm definitely going to be taking some pictures of and getting him in some really cool dynamic poses. And yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this figure. I might even do stop motion with this guy as well. I'm not sure. Alright, so now with our articulation done, let's move on to accessories. So accessories, he comes with a really good amount of accessories. I mean, every Figma comes with, you know, good accessories. So he includes his jacket, which is, it's like a cape. It's like blowing in the wind. It looks very nice, very nicely detailed. Love the creases or like the wrinkles in it. It just looks very nicely detailed. There's a peg in here because there is a hole in his back where you plug the peg in, and you can have him wearing his jacket. It's really nice. And there's a hole right here for the stand to plug into, which I'll show you guys the stand in just a sec. And yeah, very nice. Really love this thing. This is probably one of my favorite accessories that he came with. Up next we have the dual disc. This is probably one of my favorite accessories that he came with. Looks very nice, very nicely detailed. Looks just like how it does in the show. Yeah, just very nice job on this. There's a peg in here to, I think, prevent this arm from bending or something. I don't know. I got a comment on, what was it, my unboxing video saying why there was a peg in this arm here. I think it was to keep the arm from bending or something. I'll have to look back at it, but I'm sure it's in there for a good reason. So yeah, the dual disc, just, yeah, very nice detail. Very nice accessory. Here he comes with an alternate face. So the face he's got on right now is, he's got like a neutral face, or he's got like a smirk, he's got a smile. It's really hard to see, but he is smiling. And then this face he's like more serious, and it's a good expression for Yugi because this is usually how you see him when he's dueling. Oh yeah, look at that. Got a nice view of the mouth. And I forgot to mention that the eyes on the figure look very nice, very nicely detailed. Just a great job with the way this figure looks. And the accessories are really nice as well. And we also have the Millennium Puzzle, which is a very awesome accessory. I mean, what is Yugi without his Millennium Puzzle? Just very nice detail. Looks just like the Millennium Puzzle. And there's this chain, which is like a shiny gold. I'm not sure exactly what kind of color it's supposed to be, but it's like a shiny gold from what it looks like. Yeah, it just looks very nice. I'm gonna try to get a nice close-up of the Millennium Puzzle. If only my fucking camera would focus. Unfortunately, you can't really... Oh, sorry, I just got a text. I'm just gonna turn that off. Oh, sorry. I'm about to turn off the ringer on my phone. Let me see, where is the... I think... Yeah, here's the Millennium Puzzle, or there we go. Not the Millennium Puzzle, like the eye. I don't remember what this is. The eye, like... it's the most important part of the Millennium Puzzle. It's what you see in the show. Yeah, it looks very nice. Really, really like how it's turned out. And then we have... I think these are upside down. We have alternate eyes for Yugi. Oh, I really wish this thing would focus. Come on, focus. So we have the eyes, which are really nice. I'm sorry this isn't focusing. And the way that... I'll show you how you change out the eyes in a little bit. But they look very nice, and I think this is one of the few Figmas that has interchangeable eyes, so that's pretty interesting. There we go, it's focusing a little bit better, you can see that. Yeah, they look really nice. I know I keep saying everything looks really nice, but I mean, they really did a good job. I'm really blown away with how this figure looks. We have alternate hands, so we have these are open hands, and then we have these, it's like he's, you can hold, like, you know, if you want to take, like, the sword from Link, I mean, you could have him hold the sword. I mean, it wouldn't make sense, but I mean, you could do that if you wanted to. And then we have, these hands are used for, I think, holding, he came with a handful of cards, or like a set of cards. I'll show you guys those in a sec. And there's a pointing hand. There's a hand with a pointing finger, and then we have this hand, which is used for holding the single card, which I'll show you guys in a sec. So very nice. And then moving on to the cards. So we have, he came with a single card, which is very nice. I mean, I'm really surprised because look at how small this is. Come on, focus. Focus. Come on. Fucking thing. I don't know, you might be able to see that. Yeah, look at how tiny this card is. This card is so small. This could easily get lost. And if you turn over to the front, unfortunately there's no detail. I'm sorry if you guys can't see this really well. Camera's being a bitch. Right there we go. So there we go, focused. So yeah, it's really nice. Unfortunately, there's like no Dark Magician or anything on it. Could have put something on it, but yeah, it looks really nice. I mean, you're supposed to really only see the back of it, but the detail is very nice. I'm very happy with how that turned out. Despite how small it is. And then we have a deck of cards, or a handful of cards. There we go, it's focusing. Also very nice, and just like the other card, there is no like picture on the card, like there's no like actual, you know, like Dark Magician or anything like that, but it looks very nice. Don't really know what else to say about it. Hand was getting in the way. Yeah, really nice. Oh god, I'm repeating myself. And then finally we have the stand, which is not necessary because, as you can see, Yugi is pretty balanced on like the Rebel Tech. But here's his stand, and it's really just, you know, simple as you got a base, and then you plug in the arm, and then you have this piece which plugs onto this peg on the top of the stand, and this is used for to plug into the jacket or the cape to hold it up on Yugi. also to help him like balance with the cape or his jacket, and yeah, it looks really nice. So that's it for our lengthy accessories discussion. So before we go into pros and cons, I'm going to show you guys how to put some of the stuff on him, how to change out the faces, and how to change out the hands, and to put the cape on. So alright, so let's take a look at how to put some of the stuff on Yugi. So first thing we're gonna do is I'll show you guys how to change out the face. So you want to take off his head, make him decapitated, and be careful because it could break. You want to give it a little twist and a tug, and now he's decapitated Yugi. So what you want to do is, so we have the head right here, so what you want to do is you want to pull out his bangs. It's similar to how it was on the Revoltech, and then you take out his face, and that is him without his makeup. That's actually really creepy. Holy shit. It's like possessed. It's like a possessed Yugi head. So then you take out the eyes, and so now, so this is the I'll show you guys. So this is the face with the, so that's the face that, oh, damn it. So this is the face that he has. Pretty sure this is the face that comes on him when you first get him in the box, and of course I got him in the box, so you guys already saw that. There's that face. So then what you want to do is, so if you want to put on a new face, all you have to do, it's really simple, all you have to do is just plug in the new face into the head. Make sure I'm doing that right, putting it on the right way. It's kind of hard to see because I'm looking through my camera lens. I think I got it. It's actually really loose. Let me see. I'm putting in the right way. Oh, I just dropped the face. Come on. I think I got it. Yeah, this is really loose for some reason. You have to kind of push it in to get it to stay. So there's that. My camera is having a hard time focusing still. You put the bangs in, and you got a new face for Yugi, and then you just plug the neck, or you plug the head back on. But before we do that, let's put on the Millennium Puzzle. So it's really easy. All you have to do is just put it over his neck, and I'm not going to bother with trying to, like, you know, get it like looking nice, because you get the idea. Then you just plug the head back on. Could be a little bit tricky because this peg does move around quite a bit, so you have to be careful and you have to have some patience, but eventually you will get it to go back on. Come on. I had trouble with this earlier. I was trying to, there we go. So yeah, it takes a little bit of patience, but you should be able to get it. So there's Yugi with the Millennium Puzzle. Looks very nice. So now that we have that done, so let's, alright, I'm gonna show you guys the most pain in the ass thing to do. So putting on the dual disc is a pain in the ass, because so what you have to do is, and actually I didn't know this until I watched Kyle's review on this again, because I didn't know how to do this. So shout out to Kyle from Kyle's Game Room, KGR. I will put a link in the description to check out his channel. Subscribe to him. He's the one that inspired me to do reviews again and to do collection videos. and he also made me want to get this figure. So yeah, shout out to him. Check him out, he's awesome. So anyway, back to the dual disc. So what you want to do is you want to, so like I said, this is a pain in the ass. So what you want to do is you want to take out this arm. Now, be careful, because what you want to do is you want, hold on, let me show you real quick. He's a little bit wobbly right now, but so you might have seen earlier that there's this arm lodged in here. Now this arm is to make it so that you don't have to worry about trying to put the dual disc on one of the arms. I'm assuming that's why there's an arm in here, just to make putting on the dual disc easier, which it does work, but it's a pain in the ass to get the dual disc on. So I'm gonna show you guys how to do that. So alright, so what you want to do is you want to take out this arm, and you want to leave this peg. You want to leave this peg into probably can't really see it, into his actually I don't know what it's called, his upper arm, the upper half of his arm. And this is a pain in the ass. What you want to do is, I'm sorry, my hands are in the way. So what you want to do is you want to put some pressure onto the peg here. I'm sorry you guys can't see this, my hands are in the way, but you want to make sure that peg stays in there, and you have to give the arm a tug and really push down on that peg to make sure it does not come out. Again, I apologize you can't see because my freaking arms are in the way, or my hands, sorry. My hands are in the way, and you want to make sure that peg stays, yeah. You want to make sure that peg stays in there. I may actually have to make a cut here, I'm not sure. Let me see if I can get that out, because it took me a good like 5 minutes to get this out. So just have some patience, try not to push too hard, or else the peg could possibly snap, and you don't want that to happen. But you want to make sure that this peg stays in, and I'm having a hard time doing that right now. So alright, I'm gonna make a cut here. Oh man, guys, you have no idea how hard it is to get that peg to stay in. I really had to push hard on it. And also, I would recommend keeping your fingernail long to do that, because you could easily cut your fingernail if you're not careful, and you might get a blister too, because you really have to push hard. You really have to push down hard to get that peg to stay in. So here's the arm. I finally got it off. Oh my god, it's such a pain in the ass. I wish they would have made that easier to. Wish they would have made it easier to get the dual disc on. It's a pain in the ass. This is my second time doing this, because I did it once before I did this review. But yeah, just be warned, it's a pain in the ass. So then you want to take this arm and you want to plug it into here. Now, one thing is that this peg does not go in all the way. It looks like it's gonna come out, but it's not. This is the most you can. This is the furthest it'll go in. So, so then what you want to do is you just plug the arm back in. Yeah, you can see that there's the peg there, and just plug the arm back in. So I apologize, you might be able to hear the phone ringing in the background, just ignore that. So then you finally have the dual disc on, and oh my god, I cannot stop saying how hard it was to get this thing on. So there he is with the dual disc, and yeah, there's the arm. So then we're going to just take a hand. I guess I'll just use one of the open hands. I'm not really going to be posing him right now. It's mainly just to show you guys how to change out pieces on him, like the arms and the faces and So there he is with the dual disc on, and he looks really nice. I really like how this looks. He doesn't have the right hand on to make it look like badass. I guess he could do this. But yeah, again, let's take a look at that dual disc. Again, it looks really nice. He looks very nice wearing it. This is probably one of my this is, like I said before, this is one of my favorite accessories next to the jacket. Looks very nice. I'm definitely going to have him posed with this. I'm going to do some nice poses with the dual disc on. Also, I took the Millennium Puzzle off too because I was getting in the way of getting that arm off. So now with the jacket. So the jacket is... I had to mess around with it a little bit because at first I thought that the jacket didn't go in all the. At first I thought the jacket was supposed to go in more because, again, the peg right here. You'd think it's supposed to plug into his back all the way, but unfortunately it doesn't. Let me show you guys. So what you're supposed to do is the jacket just kind of slides on to his neck, and then where the hole is. Hope you guys can see that. I know it's hard to see. I kind of have to tilt him down so you guys can see that. And you just plug this in. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't stay all the way. It could still fall out, but it's in there pretty good. He'd probably have to like fall over, or I don't know. You'd have to be unlucky for that jacket not to stay on. But yeah, it looks really badass. I mean, look at that. Like, it's like, you know, his jacket's blowing in the wind. It looks like a cape. I mean, it looks awesome. And then, so what the stand is for, before I did the review, I didn't know. I thought the stand was to plug into Yugi's back. I thought you could plug the jacket and the stand into Yugi's back, but unfortunately that's not the case. Because he's got the jacket, you noticed that, you probably remember that there was a hole in the bottom of the jacket. I'll just show you again. There's a hole right there, and what that hole is for is to you plug in the stand, and oh Jesus, so he has a little bit of trouble standing with the stand plugged into his jacket. You have to kind of work the peg in there, and just like the jacket the peg doesn't go in all the way. So if you have this problem, it's not just your figure, it's every figure. I wish they would have made this. I wish they would have made the stand go in a bit more, the peg go in a bit more. This is to really just help support the jacket, to keep it, or mainly to like support Yugi to help him stand up with the jacket, because the jacket does make him top heavy, makes it hard for him to stand up. So you have to kind of mess around with this. I didn't really mess around with this too much, but to get him posed, to get him standing on the stand with the jacket, that's not really a good pose, but you get the idea. That's not really a good like stance. But yeah, you get the idea. So the stand helps him, it's supposed to help him balance with the jacket on, and he's kind of like, he's kind of like slipping. But yeah, so that's what it's supposed to do. I'll just give you a 360 of this. It looks really nice. Like I said, I wish the peg would have gone in better to make it so that, you know, it'd stay in better, and that damn it. He's like hanging. Yeah, I wish this would have worked better, but I think for what it is, it's okay. But yeah, I really wish it would have like, I wish it would have, you know, I wish it would have like plugged in all the way so that you would have had a nice secure like stance for Yugi to help, to help support him, but it's okay. And now the final thing to show off is how to get the cards into his hand. I'm not sure how long this review has been, but I feel like it's getting to be long, so I'm gonna start wrapping this up. So, you want to get the right hands so that he's able to hold the cards. So you want to have, we're going to have one hand hold the single card, and then we're going to have the other hand hold the deck of cards. So I think the hands you're supposed to have are, you want, I think, this hand to hold the single card, and then for the deck of cards you want this hand. There's probably other hands one other hand you could probably use to hold. I think there's at least like 2 hands to hold the deck of cards, but I think there's only like 1 hand to hold the single card. Now, getting him to hold the single card is kind of tricky. So first we plug this in, we move him forward so you can see this better. And that is, okay, that just looks weird. He's actually, wait, let me see. I think this is actually supposed to go on the other side. The cape's probably not going to stay on. So this is another tricky part, is trying to figure out which hand goes on which side to be able to hold, well, not which goes on which side, but which hand to use to hold the single card and which one to use to hold the deck of cards. So it's a little bit tricky, but you'll probably be able to figure it out eventually by just, just messing around with him. So that is the one to hold the single card, and then to hold the deck of cards, let's see, we have, I guess, well, that one was supposed to go on this side, so I think that's on, yeah. Let's see, I'm trying to get him to balance with the jacket. So I'm trying to figure out which hand I need to hold the deck of cards. Like I said, there's at least like 2 hands that can be used to hold the deck of cards. Let me try this one. And so like I said, trying to get him to hold the single card is a bit of a challenge. So I'm going to take the single card, and again, be very careful with these, because these could easily get lost. I'd say just, hold on to these. Try to keep an eye on your accessories, because they could get lost. Thankfully, with every Figma, it comes with a bag to hold your accessories that you're not using, which is very nice. The card in his one hand is a little bit loose, but if you position it, if you work it in there correctly, he is able to hold it. And then the deck of cards, which is a lot easier to get in, they just go in like here. I'm sure you guys can see this that well. Let's see. Okay, so getting him to hold the deck of cards is a little bit tricky as well, but it's not nearly as bad as trying to get him to hold the single card. So there we go. You try to pose this better so you can see it. It's kind of hard to, so you can see the one hand's holding the deck of cards and the other one's holding the single card. Looks really nice. I like it. And then now, if you want to get him to look like he's drawing a card from the dual deck, or oh my god, the dual disc, then all you have to do is let's take out these cards. So you have to pose, you have to rotate his elbow so that the dual disc is facing this way, and then you want to rotate this hand, and it's a little bit tricky to pull off. It's not it's not perfect, but I mean, it's good for what it is. You want to move this arm in, and then I actually had this set up really well before I started doing this video, but it's yeah, it's a little bit tricky. But if you get it posed correctly, you might have to kind of switch. Might kind of want to tilt the card a little bit. It's a little bit, yeah, it's not gonna be exact, but you get the idea. I just want to try to make this look okay. Oh, I just dropped the card. Alright, hold on a sec. Okay, so it's not perfect, but you kind of get the idea. Let me just zoom in so I can show you what I did. So, I had to switch the hands around because, so like I said, there's two hands that can hold the deck of cards, and then there's really only one that holds the single card. And you can see it looks like he's grabbing the card from the dual disc. I think you can even have it too. If you like tilt the dual disc like sideways, you can actually have it so that it looks like he's got a card on his dual disc that he's getting ready to play on his next turn, or the turn after. Which I'm not going to show that off, but if you want to see that, I'd recommend checking out a review on him. I'm not sure if anybody showed that off. I'm sure they did, but I've only watched a few reviews on this guy. But with that lengthy section out of the way, let's move on to pros and cons, and let's finally wrap this up. So the pros is very nice sculpt. Looks just like looks like Yugi popped right out of the show. The detail is really nice, and it's got good articulation, so you can get some really nice poses. And I do like how he came with his jacket, and I do like how it looks like it's blowing in the wind. And yeah, the accessories he came with are really nice. He came with pretty much all the accessories pretty much all the things that you could think of that Yugi would be included with. And you know, it's easy to change out the faces and to change out the hands, and getting the Millennium Puzzle on him is really easy. And now for cons, so I wish that the stand would go into his jacket better, because it's very loose, and he can easily come off the stand and fall over. And I wish he wasn't so top heavy with his jacket on. That's why I have the stand right now to help support him. I wish that the jacket would go into his back a little bit better. The peg doesn't go in all the way, which is unfortunate. At least the jacket does stay on really well. It could come off, like, you know, easily, probably if he falls over, but it's not too bad. And then probably the biggest con that I have with this guy is, and probably a lot of other people would probably agree with me, is getting the dual disc onto him is a pain in the ass. My god, it's so hard. Wish they would have made that easier. It's easy to just plug on, but unfortunately, it is difficult. It's you can do it, but I mean, you really have to push hard on that one peg to make sure it stays on. So they could have made that easier. And I wish it was easier for him to hold the cards well. I know, like, the cards can easily fall out of his hands, but yeah, that's the biggest con I have, is the fact that the dual disc is really hard to get on. So now warnings I have with this figure is not a whole lot. I just, you know, again, getting the dual disc onto him is a pain in the ass. Be warned about that. You know, just don't get frustrated. Just try to be patient, and you know, try to do the best you can to try to get that peg to stay on. I know it's a pain in the ass, but it's doable. But it just, again, yeah, be warned that getting the dual disc on is difficult. And the peg that goes into the peg on the stand that goes into the jacket, be warned that that doesn't stay in very well. It's very loose, and yeah, that'll probably come out easily, and it'll be frustrating. But and I guess really the only other thing I could say is, well, keep an eye on your accessories. Make sure that, you know, I'd recommend that the accessories that you're not using, keep them in this bag, because they could get lost really easily, especially the cards. The cards are really small, and those could easily get lost. Same with the hands as well. Just try to keep an eye on your accessories. Make sure that, you know, you keep them someplace safe when you're not using them. And then the other thing is, be warned that this guy is probably going to be hard to get because he's out of print, unfortunately, and he's like twice the price that he was when he first came out. So be warned that you're going to have to probably spend quite a bit of money to get him, but he's totally worth it. If you can find one for like less than $200, I would say definitely pick him up. Yeah, that's really about it. So, final thoughts on this figure. I absolutely love this guy. It was totally worth the wait. Very happy with him. Just a great figure. You know, I'm a huge Yu-Gi-Oh fan, and of course I had to have this guy. So, if you're a huge Yu-Gi-Oh fan, and you know, you love Figmas, and you just love action figures in general, you love things that are cool and unique, definitely pick this guy up. Like I said, you're probably gonna have a hard time getting him because he's so expensive now, but if you could get him for under $200, then definitely buy him. Yeah, he's my favorite Figma now because, you know, just he's really badass, and freaking love Yugi. I have the Vulcan, or the Rebel Tech as well, which I will do a quick comparison with. Let me try to, he's gonna fall. So with the Rebel Tech, you'll see that they fucked up the scale because the Figma is supposed to be taller than the Rebel Tech, because the Rebel Tech is based on Kid Yugi, and then the Figma is based on him when he's dueling, and he's supposed to be much taller when he's dueling, so they got the scale wrong, and it just looks weird. But the Figma is so much better than the Rebel Tech. I would say, yeah, definitely get the Figma. You could get the Rebel Tech as well, but I highly recommend the Figma. The Figma is so much better. Yeah, so yeah, definitely pick him up. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you guys enjoyed this review, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Be sure to check out my other videos, and you guys can check out the unboxing and unpackaging that I did of this guy. And follow me on my social media. I've got a Twitter, I've got Instagram, and I got Snapchat. And also check out my other channel, Too Mad for Gaming, which I do with my other friends, Nick, Trevor, and CJ. We do a lot of like Mario Party related content on there. Also check out our Discord as well. And yeah, hopefully the review was worth the wait. And I'm looking forward to reviewing some of my other figures. Got some other cool things coming up. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later. Peace out.